Hello all, welcome to Developing Success. Today we are going to do the Forest Report 2019 chapter 7, which is named as growing stock. So this growing stock actually signifies the tree outside forest also and the tree inside forest also. That means the forest area which has the legal status like community reserve, conservation reserve, national park, wildlife sanctuary, and also the trees outside forest like the trees in our nearby gardens or the trees which are less than into 1 hectare region. So before this we have completed 6 chapters and I have given the link in the description box. You can watch all the 6 chapters and this will be very useful for your upcoming exams in both UPSC, Indian Forest Service exam, in your PCS exam, because they generally ask the data, as climate and environment is a very contemporary topic, very topic which is always in news these days. So we start the lecture. Now you can see the growing stock covers both the things which I told you. It covers the forest outside, the tree outside forest also, and the trees and the forest and the herbs and the shrubs which are inside some legal status forest also. So that is why it becomes an important parameter which quantifies the forest resource in India. The forest resource inside a legal status forest and the forest resource outside the forest area also. So that is why it is an indicator of the forest productivity. And this is important line which has been mentioned in the report, that the growing stock data forms the basis for calculation of biomass and carbon stock in the forest. As I told you in our ecology lecture, that these forests are actually the carbon sinks. They are the areas holding too much of carbon, and they are the areas which help the humankind to grow and to thrive on this earth, because they hold the carbon, and as soon as this extra carbon will be coming out in the atmosphere, it will be absorbing more heat and our environment will become more and more warm, which will make us in a difficult situation to live and thrive in. So that is why they are maintaining the carbon stock, and the calculation of biomass is actually done by this. So why this step was taken? Because India is a signatory to the UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which was started in 1992, okay, by the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. So under UNFCCC they meet every year, and this meeting is known as Conference of Parties meeting. So India is also one of the Conference of Parties in this meeting, and they have actually launched RED. The full form of the RED is reduction of the emissions by deforestation and forest degradation. So reducing the carbon emissions by deforestation and degradation. So what they do in this is that they will not tell you to not emit the carbon. The carbon emission will not be brought down, but we will plant more and more trees, herbs and shrubs, so that the extra carbon which the humankind is emitting, this forest can absorb all that. So this is another way to curb the carbon in our atmosphere, which is RED. We will discuss it more in the UNFCCC chapter. You can follow my lectures on the ecology playlist. Now, so in the RED, it has been told that every country should have a national forest monitoring system. So this national forest monitoring system is also followed by India, and that is why this national forest monitoring system is twofold based in India. First is we look at it, we maintain it by the satellite based monitoring system, and the second is we are maintaining a national forest inventory. Let me tell you, when this Forest Survey of India, FSI, which actually bring out this report every year, so when this Forest Survey of India was not in existence, from that time India is actually maintaining the national forest inventory. Okay, so this is not new to India, it may be new to the world because it is a mandatory clause by the UNFCCC through the RED program, but for India we are doing it like from ages. So this new inventory, this new modified inventory based system, National Forest Inventory in India, was launched in 2002 by FSI. but before this also we were doing it in under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So this National Forest Inventory includes the data for both the things. Both the things means the first is your forest data, which is the legal forest, and the second is tree outside forest. So the help of NSSO, National Sample Survey organization, is also taken, NSSO. And apart from this satellite based monitoring system, we are actually using the Bhuvan and Google Earth portals, and a very important thing here is the Sentinel 2 satellite, which is the Earth observation satellite for both the land and the coastal areas. So by the help of this, actually we are able to calculate and see the data and see the percentage of forest loss or forest increase or the forest cover. So I have discussed this satellite after some time in this lecture. So from the data here given in your forest report, I have collected this from this data that the largest growing tree within the forest means forest with a legal status, or the forest which are combinedly present in an area which is more than 1 hectare. Okay, so that largest tree which is present in Indian state is the sal tree. Okay, so this is actually a deciduous kind of tree, and India is a tropical deciduous climate, so sal tree. And the second largest variety which we found is the teak. So sal and teak both are the deciduous forest areas. As we studied in the previous lecture of the report, that the deciduous forest covers the largest forest area in India, and that is why the sal and teak are the largest amount of trees present in India. But if we talk about the trees outside forest area, tree outside forest, TOF area, then the largest growing tree is the mango tree. Magnifera indica is the scientific name, mango tree. And the second largest, let me tell you, is the neem tree. Okay, so many of us will not be believing this because neem trees are mostly seen than the mango trees, but the data says that the mango trees are the largest number of trees present outside the forest area in India, and neem tree are the second largest. So now we study about the Sentinel 2 satellite, which is being used to monitor the forest area by the Forest Survey of India. It is a Earth observation mission of the Copernicus program. This Copernicus program is actually a combined program of the European Union, European Space Agency. Okay, so Sentinel 2 is developed and being operated by European Space Agency, ESA. So what services is this satellite providing? It is providing us with the agricultural monitoring, emergency management, land cover classification, and also water quality. So see how vast is the area of its service. You can manage agriculture by this satellite, emergency, like somewhere you have forest fires and all, that can also be managed and seen. Then the land cover classification, where the land is foul, where the land is not cultivated, where the land is cultivated, crop oriented land and all that. And the water quality can also be monitored through this satellite. So for the exam purpose, I thought that this will be important, Sentinel 2, so we have discussed it here. Okay, so we'll meet again in the next chapter, chapter 8. We are very near to complete the forest report, and I think it will greatly help you in your prelims examination and also in your paper 1 and paper 3 of mains examination, where you write answers about geography and environment. And because climate change, forest loss, forest degradation are a very talked about topic in these last years, so I think this data will be highly useful for you to quote some of the forest survey report in your mains examination to actually get and score extra edge marks for a rank. Okay, so thank you, take care.